Okay, so we are live, guys. Be very, very welcome. We have more people coming, and well, it's a pleasure to talk to you about Power BI. And it's interesting because this is our third live on Saturdays, and people are enjoying sending me messages telling how they are learning, how they are implementing it in their real life. So yeah, I'm very happy, and that's why I'm here again. So it's morning here. I'm in San Diego, California, United States. Here is 9:03 a.m. on Saturday. Today is July 17th. And could you guys tell me here in the chat where are you from? Or actually, where are you located? And what time is in your city now? Just to let me know if I think most of you are in India, right? And it's 9:33 p.m. Saturday. Nice. India, Pakistan. Oh, you have we have 30 minutes difference between Pakistan and India, right? Okay, depending on in which part of India. Okay, guys, let me see here. Everyone in meeting. We have 9 people here. Perfect. I think we can start. And just to let me know from 1 through 2 and 3, what's your experience with Power BI? 1, if you are beginner, 2, if you are intermediate, and 3, if you are an expert. Okay, just let me know here. 1 for beginner, 2 for intermediate, and 3 for advanced or expert in Power BI. Praveen is asking me, can we have the recordings from the last? I have the links. I'll share with you guys after this meeting. Okay, we have the links of all of the sessions. Nice. So we have 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, that's good. That's good. We have a lot of things to talk about today. Let me share my screen and start it. So share screen number 2. Guys, please just let me know if you can see my screen. Where is the chat? I lost the chat. Yes. So hey Fahad, very welcome, man. Okay, so guys, just to remember, I'm the founder of Data Intelligence School. It's a school for not only Power BI developers, but all of BI professionals. We teach from how to build a data warehouse, how to use tools like Pentaho, SSIS from Microsoft, and we teach also Power BI. So yeah, we have a lot of classes. Actually, only 2 of them are available, but yeah, we have a lot of things that I'm planning to launch in the next weeks. Perfect. So yeah, I can see you guys are here. Let me see one more thing. We are okay. If you guys don't wanna receive the files from this lesson here, including the recording, please send me a message on Instagram at Data Intelligence School. I think most of you already follow me there, and I'll make it available after our session. Perfect. So let's go here. Let's start. The idea today is to talk about 33 time intelligence functions. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you how we organize the measures in our Power BI projects and why we have to use Power BI functions. At first, like I have three different reasons to why we use. First one is they are ready to use. You know, we don't spend time, like we don't waste time actually developing, reinventing the wheel. The second one, they are already tested and validated. So sometimes when we create a new function that already exists, we just spend like 1 or 2 minutes creating, but we have to make a lot of tests and validate if it works. And the third reason is that they are native functions, you know, native functions with better performance. What I mean is they were created by the guys who developed Power BI. So they are the best person uh, to create the functions, you know. So we have a lot of reasons why why we should use the ready function, time intelligence functions. And I don't see any, like, unless we have customized functions defined by the customer, I don't see why we should not use time intelligence functions. Okay. So, guys, just to remember, if you have questions, just let me know here in the chat, okay? If I'm able, I'll stop my explanation and answer your questions. Otherwise, when I finish, I will answer all of them, okay? My water is here, my coffee is here, and let's start it. Okay, remove this one, perfect. The first thing that we have to understand here is that we are talking about DAX programming. Okay, is a low-code language programming, so we don't have to create like hundreds of rows of code, lines of codes. But we have to understand one main thing in DAX, that are the contexts. Okay, we have filter context and we have row context. This is very important if you guys understand it. Let me know here in the chat if you guys are aware of the context in DAX, row context and line context. Are you guys familiar with that? Let me see what we have here. If you guys are not completely okay, if you have one not completely, it means it's important that I review it with you guys. It's very easy in theory and is a kind of tricky when we are practicing. Okay, let me try to explain to you like this. Okay, oh, at first I just created this table here, but at first, here is the model that I'm using. Guys, this is a complex model, okay, but you can see here the diagram is not a real star schema, and I'm representing here the Microsoft AdventureWorks 2019 data warehouse, okay? So this is a kind of complex, but and I will share with you this file here. We are gonna use only two tables, okay? Fact internet sales and dim dates, okay? Only two tables. And if you guys wanna organize your diagram, you can do like this. You can create another one, another layer here, another page, and add only the tables that you are using in your project, okay? So we have dim dates and fact internet sales. And our relationship, the active relationship is date key from dim date with due date key in fact internet sales, okay? Perfect. So what we have here, we have this table, and so from dim date, I'm gonna use the, where is full, oh, is the date, okay? And I don't want to use the hierarchy, so I'm gonna right click here and use only the dates, okay? And now let's use, I'll not use measure. It's just to let you guys know what I'm talking about. Sales amount, okay? We have sales amount here per day. Perfect. So what happened now if I create a slicer and I'll use a date in this slicer? What will happen here if I chose, for example, just some specific dates? Oops. Okay, only let me close. Okay, I'm gonna use only last, I don't know if we have last 12 months. I don't think so. Months. No, we don't. We don't have this date. So yeah, between it's okay. We have from January 10, 2011 and January 10, 15, 2011. Okay. What do we have here? We have a filter context because our table is from 2011, 2012, 2013, and so on. And we filtered out all of the other dates that are not between January 10 and January 15. Okay, this is a filter context. We are filtering outside our matrix using this slicer. Okay, so it means that all of the reports in this page will be filtered by this slicer here and the other slicers that we have. Okay, if we have now another table, let me go this, like this here, and I'm gonna use from the dim date, let's see, fiscal year. Oh, it's not awesome. So right click here, done summarize. We have fiscal year. And now let me go like this and have, where is the month? English month name. Okay, you can see that this filter here is filtering all of our reports. And now if I clear this one, you're gonna see a lot of data, like our whole database. And we have now our filter context here. But when I select one of the rows here, let me go to 2011, January, for example. When I click here, you can see that our filter is being used here to filter only the January. We are using 2012. Okay, we have different dates. Only January is here, okay? Because what we are using now is a line context, okay? We have this filter context that means we are using data from 2005 and 2014 and 2014. And here we have another filter that is filtering by row. So only the data related to this row here will be showed in this one, okay? If I do the opposite, if I click in this date here, what will happen? The filter by line, the line filter, will become available here. And now we have only 2011 January. Okay, guys, did you get the context by row and by filter, how it works? This is very important because sometimes when we are developing our measures index, we see something like, hey, this is not working because now the total is not showing correctly. And probably is because your formula, your DEX measure is not, you are not using or remembering that you have to the context implemented. Sometimes you have, sometimes you don't have context. Okay, this is very important that you guys understand. Perfect. So let me remove this. I don't want to spend a lot of time. Okay, let's start with our 33 measures. I have here my notebook, and okay, we can start, guys. At the first thing that we have to do here is to create, for organization purposes, let's create another table, okay, just to store our measures. Perfect. So I'm going to use this enter data. Our data will be time intelligence measures, time intelligence. Okay, yeah, let's use this underline so we have it as our first table. Perfect. Do you guys know how to create this this measures table, a specific table just for measures for organization purposes? You can see that I created a table. It's creating actually, and now let's close it, open again. I have here measures time intelligence. Perfect. And this column we cannot remove, so we can start creating our measures here. Okay, perfect. We are going to use our fact internet sales and our DIM date. So the first measure that we are going to create is this closing balance month. It means that, let me use here, right click, new measure, and here, closing balance month. We are going to bring our, I have here an explanation. Let me paste. Guys, okay. Alt enter, you create a new line, okay? And let me paste here. This function that we are going to use evaluates the expression at the last date of the month in the current context. Okay, remember context? Perfect. So we can go alt enter, and what is our function? Closing balance month. Okay. Oh, I already have created a lot of functions. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna create this time intelligence closing balance month. Okay, so our closing balance month, that is a ready function from Power BI. What do we have to do? We have to inform our expression, what we are going to sum. Okay, I'm using a sum here. So at first, let me create. Okay, we can create it. What is the expression? Let's use sales amount. So I'm gonna sum, okay, sum sales amount from internet internet sales amount here. Okay, and then we have to use sum. Okay, now the dates. What are the dates? Remember our date table. So yeah, our date from dim date table here. Okay, and that's our function. We are ready. Only this. Okay, enter. Let's see if we don't have errors. Okay, looks like it's working fine. So let's test it. Let's create a table, a big table. And oh, you can see we have the measure here. Let me hide this column here. Hide. Okay. And now, let me represent. Okay. My measures. Come on, Power BI. Okay, just drag and drop here. We don't have it. But if we use our dim date dim date is here, our date. Okay, let me drag and drop here. And now, oh, no hierarchy, no hierarchy. You can see one interesting thing. Our count, oh, this is important. Let me remove the date. What is our context now? Why we don't have data being showed up here? Because we don't have context. We are telling Power BI, hey, show me the closing balance month, or like the last date of the month in the current context. Okay, what is the current context? We don't have dates. That's why our measure is not working. But when I come here and I drag and drop, oops, our dates, not hierarchy, just the dates. Now we have a context, and we can see our last day in January. In the last day, our closing balance is $38,000. Okay, if I scroll down here, you can see that. Oh, let me do like this. Click two decimal places. Okay, because it's looking like 17 million. No. So the last our closing balance in at the end of January is 38,000. In February is 17,000. Okay. In March, let's see, is 25,000. Okay. Did you guys understand our first measure? Let me increase a little bit the size, the values. Maybe 18 is a lot. 16 is good. Okay. Guys, just let me know here if you got it, if you are following me, because we are going to the next one. We have only 32 left. Okay. You guys are so quiet in the chat today. Come on, let me know if it's working fine for you. If you don't say yes, I will not continue. Okay. And guys, be honest with me. If you are not following, or if this is not being interesting, just let me know, okay? We can change the context of our class. It's not a problem. Let me see here. Okay, so this is important that we have we know how to use the functions and the context. Because in this case, for example, sometimes we have to inform what is the closing balance of the month. Like we have to go to identify the month that we are using the context, go to the last day, and sometimes you have to go, hey, sometimes the last day is we have 31 days, sometimes we have 30, we have 28, 29. No, is a we can do this, but it was like we're going to spend a lot of time doing this. Oh, we can use other functions like end of the month. Yeah, we can, but we have this already developed for us by the best guys from Microsoft. So yeah, let's use it. Oh, continue. It's great, a great session. Perfect. Let's continue. So we have the balance, closing balance month. Okay, let's do the same thing, but using our closing quarter. Okay, I think I'm going a little bit faster now. Okay, I'm faster, but not Power BI, but my Power BI. So closing balance quarter. Oh, balance quarter equals to Alt Enter comment, and let me paste the explanation. Evaluates the expression at the last date of the quarter in the current context. Okay, guys, always the current context. So let's Alt Enter is closing balance quarter. Okay, what is, oh, this is one thing that I like to tell you. I'd like to tell you guys. let me go back, cancel this. When we created our first measure here, closing balance month, remember that I told you guys we were going to use our table, our column from the table. Okay, this is not the best practice. The best practice is to use a measure. So I'm going to create another measure, and I already discussed about it in the last sessions, why we should use measures instead of the columns. So let's use here sum sales amount equals to sum of sales amount from internet sales amount, internet sales. Okay, only this. So this is our sum. Blah, 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 blah. Perfect, it's working fine. And now I'm going to replace this here, this function sum, for our sum sales amount. Okay, let's see, 38,241 and 29. Perfect, we have the same value. Okay, guys, just to make things organized. So let's create another measure. Let's go back. Here's our closing balance quarter. Oops, come on now, let's closing balance quarter equals to enter comment. Perfect. And now closing balance quarter, our expression will be our sum sales amount, our measure. And now this is interesting, the dates, we are going to use our dim date, okay, and close parentheses. Already, oh yeah, we already have one because I did my tests. Okay, so this is our time intelligence closing balance quarter. Perfect. Let's use it in our table here. Just select it. And this is interesting. Here we have our two decimal places, because it looks like 25 million, you know. And let's see. Okay, so this is so in our January 1st, 2011, what do we have? Our context here is January 2011, right, guys? So the closing balance month, it means that we have this is the balance, the value of the January 31st, okay? And our closing balance quarter means that this is the value from the last day of the quarter, that is March 31st, okay? So okay, let me explain to you using our measure. So sum sales amounts, what is going to do here? Let me just reorder. Okay, so we don't have sales in January 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Okay, we do have sales amount, two decimal places. We do have sales, so let's compare if it's working fine. Do you guys, our numbers are working fine, are correct? Let me know here in the chat if you guys know we are doing the right thing. So last day of January, here January, our sales amount is 38,241. Our closing balance is 38,241. Okay, so you can see that if we are in day 20, in day 20, for example, here we have sales amount 14,000, but we are seeing here the sales amount from January 31st. Okay, the same thing here. We are seeing, okay, March 31st. Okay, our last day of the quarter is this one. So our total is sales amount 25,000. The closing balance amount 25,000, and our closing quarter amount is 25,000. Okay, so our data is working fine. Perfect. Let's go to another one. Our third and last closing balance measure is, okay, new measure. Come on, Power BI. Okay, we are going to time intelligence, closing balance year. Okay, Alt Enter. Let me copy the explanation here. So, comments. Evaluate the expression the last date of the year in the current context. What is our function? Closing balance year. Expression, you guys remember our sum, our measure, and we are using dim dates. Okay, close this one. Let's see if it's working fine. Okay, before using, let me do this. So decimal places is currency. Okay, yeah, we can keep it currency. And now I can only click here or drag and drop. Let me drag and drop. And you guys can see that we have another value here, $29,121.98. Let's check it with the last day of the year. December 31st, 2011. Okay, so our sales in this day here is 29,121.98 cents is what we have here. Okay, guys, this is interesting because now we are showing in this day here, in 12/31st, let me try to use, I don't know if I have here, no, I uninstalled. Okay, so what we have here is in the last day of the year, we have all of the values are the same because we have the sales amount of the day, the closing balance month is the last day of the month, closing balance quarter is the closing of the quarter, and is the closing of the year. That's why we have all of the values the same. Okay, perfect. So let's go to another one. We have the closing balance, but we also have our opening balance. Okay, let's create another measure where we have the same thing for opening balance. So here is our time intelligence opening, opening balance month equals to our comment. Here is the explanation, is the first date of the month in the current context, and now we are going to use opening balance month. The same thing, our measure and our dates. Okay, guys, I'm going a little bit faster because we already explained. And now, okay, I'm gonna remove this one at first. Two decimal places. Okay, no, come on. Let's remove these and these and these. Perfect. And now, opening balance. Drag and drop. Our opening balance month is the same, so it's 14,477. Oh no, sorry, here. This the balance month. Oh, this is interesting. We don't have a balance. At first, why do you guys think we don't have? It's not working for January, and it's only working for February. This is an interesting question. Let me guys know. Do you know why we don't have this opening balance working for January and it's working for February? While you guys think about it, I'm just going to show you the opening balance in February. Do you guys agree that is the closing balance of January? So that's why we have the same value here. We open February with the closing from the previous month. Okay. If you guys don't know why we don't have values here, is because the opening balance of the month, it means that Power BI is looking for the balance on the first day of the month. And we don't have data from the first date. Our sales just started on January 10th. That's why we don't have it working, okay? So this is very important. The opening balance means the first day of the month, not the first day of the sales. Okay, this is important. Okay, so we have our balance here working fine. Oh, we didn't have sales on 24th. Okay, March 17, perfect. It's working fine. Okay, guys, I don't see you in the chat. Come on, let me know if you guys are following me. Okay, continuing here, we have another measure is opening balance quarter. Okay, they are just replications. So the opening balance quarter equals to comment. Let me see my explanation here. Guys, we are creating a very nice source of information. So yeah, it will be really nice to you guys to have this PBI after our session. So closing opening balance quarter is our sum sales amount and our dim date. Okay, nothing to explain, nothing different, and only things to decimal places. To decimal places, and drag and drop. Oh, I already did it. So our start of, okay, month, our quarter. Okay, it's working fine here. Okay, guys, perfect. Let's create the other one. You are so quiet, you don't have questions. Come on. Time intelligence, opening balance here equals to opening balance here. Here is my explanation. Guys, I love doing this. It's very exciting. So opening balance here, our measure, and dates. Perfect. Okay, so there's a very interesting question here. Let me just replace it for like 2 decimal places. And then is asking, what if we choose month from date table? Let's see what will happen. Let's simulate it. So drag and drop our opening year. So we don't have, oh, this is interesting. We don't have January 1st here. So we don't have balance, opening balance for the year. But in 2012, we do. We should do actually. Over here, we do. So, okay, guys, perfect. What happened if we choose a month and not a date here? Let's see what this function means. Let me create another one. So opening balance. Okay, it will not work. Let's do like this, opening balance. So what we have here, expression, and we have dates, okay? Let me use expression. What is here dates? Dates mean Power BI is expecting dates. And when we use month, we don't have dates. So we need a range of dates. If we are talking about months, what we can do is to filter our filter context. So we use our filter context and filter only 1 month, but we have to inform Power BI a range or a table of dates. Okay. Let me do like this. So it's working. Yes, I think it's working. Okay, guys. We are done with our opening and closing balance functions. Perfect. And then let me know if I could answer your question. Okay. And now we have some interesting functions that we don't use them alone. We don't isolate it, but they are very important, and we use it a lot. We use it very often. Let me just remove the sales here. Okay, and now let me show you this guy. We have this function called dates, month to date, and here is the explanation. New measure. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm trying to create the same thing. Our measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. New measure. Is our dates to month. So let's use like this, our time intelligence. Sales month to date, for example. What we are going to use here at first, our explanation. Our month to date returns a table that contains a column of the dates for the month to date in the current context. Okay, let me explain to you guys what it means. When you use the dates month to date function, we need to use another function to calculate our measures, okay, our values actually. So let me start creating here and explaining why I create. When we are talking about going like I have a function that is date month to date that will return a list of dates, a table of dates. We have to keep in mind that we are talking about a different context. Like in this context here, we are in January 15, okay? When we are talking about computing the sales month to date, I have to sum the sales from January 1st up to January 15. But our context here is a line context. We are talking about sales from day to date, okay, day by day. And we have to use the function called calculate to change the context, okay? So we'll change the context to tell Power BI, hey, goes from the start of the month up to this context here, okay? Let me explain to you guys. We are going to use the function calculate, okay? And now we are going, what is our expression? The same that we already used, sum our measure, sales amount, And now we are going to use the function dates month to date. What are the dates? Our dim dates. What is going on? What will happen here? Let me press enter. Drag and drop to decimal places. And now you can see when we are talking about what is our context here? We are talking about only January 10, okay? But so our calculate function is changing context, okay? And it's telling Power BI, hey, the context now is please do execute this measure called sum sales amount, okay? But change the context and apply this to the result of this function, that is dates to month up to January 10. So what it means, dates month to date will bring all of the dates from the start of the month, so January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd. The result will be a list of 10 dates from January 1st to January 10, okay? And then the calculate function will change the context and will not follow this context of this line context, and will sum all of the sales from this range of dates. Guys, is this clear for you? Can you understand the change of context used by the function calculate? And now what happened here? We don't have sales before January 10. But we have here, so if we sum 14 plus 13, we'll find this 28,000. So this sales month to date is summing up all of the values. And you can see here that at the end of January, we have $323,000 in sales. And when we go to February, we start it again from zero. Okay, and it's summing again up to the last day here, 437,000 of sales. Okay, guys. Let me see what Anand he said here. Select month individual. Okay, if I create a slicer here, and oh no, come on, Alex. I just screwed up. Okay. If I create where is our month? English month. Okay. And fiscal year. Okay. We are good. Only okay. We are not filtering by year, and we let me do, if I can sort it by date, will not be possible. Yeah, okay. This is not the idea to order now, but if I select only January, you see here our context is only January from all of the years. Okay, if I create another oh, sorry, sort column by okay, now is ordered by correctly, and now we have to create another slicer by year, fiscal year, and let's use this one here, list. Yeah, so 2011 January, we have only, oh, what's going on here? 2012. Oh, the dates are okay. We are using a different date. Okay, guys. So, but you got it. Okay, we have all of the years, and now we have only some of them. Perfect. Let me remove the slicers. Okay, dates month. Are you guys okay with dates to month measure? I think you are. So let's go because we have a lot of different measures. Let's do the same. A little bit faster now. Time intelligence sales quarter. Yeah, okay. Quarter to date equals to. That's the. We are creating a very nice dictionary here. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So what we have here is our calculate again, our calculate some amount of sales, perfect. And now we are going to use our dates quarter to date and our dim dates. Okay, let's see. I closed here, close the parentheses. Perfect. Two decimal places. Two decimal places. Where is our quarter to date? And it's the same thing. We don't have to spend time explaining it. Quarter to date. Last the end of the quarter. Okay, here. So you can see it starts from 0 when we have another quarter. Okay, and our next one and the last one from this this section of dates is dates to year. Okay, so time intelligence, sales year to date. This is very used. I use it a lot actually. So the explanation is this. And guys, you can see it's very easy. When you learn the first one, you learn all of the other ones. So dates, sorry, dim dates. Okay, close this one, perfect. Oh no, come on, I forgot the function. Oh man, dates year to date. Ooh. Dates year to date. I just forgot the function. Dim date, and the dim date is interesting because it Power BI uses the context that we are and use it to change the context because of the function calculates. So let's see. Year to date, we have two decimal places. And now select it. And here is interesting because we are summing, we are accumulating the sales during the year. So you can see it's increasing. And when we change the month or the quarter, in this case here, we continue summing the year to date, and it should update only in when we have 2012. That is here, 2012, we start from 0 again. Okay, guys, perfect. We have dates, and now we have another way to calculate it. We created a function, a measure that changed the context using the result of dates year to date, year to quarter, and year to month. Okay, let's create another one. And I'm gonna remove it from here, from here, from here. And let's create another one that is called time intelligence. Oops, time intelligence. Total. Let's start with month to date. Month to date. Okay. And now I have the explanation here. Evaluates the value of the expression for the month to date in the current context. Guys, it's the same thing that we already did, but in a different way. So what we have here is total month to date. That is our expression, some sales amount. And now we have dates. What are the dates? Dim dates, date. It's the same thing that we did in the last one, but now using the dates to month, now we have already a function to use two decimal places, and let's select it so you guys can see total month to date, drag and drop. It's summing the same thing that we already did. I will not spend more time. So it's summing all of the values. Okay, the same thing that we did here. Let's do it for quarter, and for year. Okay, so time intelligence total quarter to date. Okay, our explanation is this one here, guys. I'll go faster now. Okay, I don't think you need more explanation, but what I'd like to do is go faster because we have some more functions to go through. Okay, quarter to date, our expression sum sales amount, and dim dates. Okay, and another one, I'm gonna create this one here, and we have some tricky ones. I'm just waiting for that. Two decimal places, and our another one year to date. New measure. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, I was faster than Power BI. New measure. Is total our time intelligence total we already did, yeah, year to date equals to our year to date. Perfect. So this is our total year to date, our measure. And guys, this is interesting. If you can create all of the measures when you start your project, you will have all of them ready when you are developing. So the date, our date, okay, is the same thing, two decimal places. Okay, we already have 1 hour class. Let's do this. Two decimal places, and then select this one and this one. Quarter to date. Total quarter to date, total year to date. Yeah, we are good. We are good because we have here different, let me see, oops. Quarter to date, and year to date is summing up, and we need the same values at the end of the year. Let's see. Here, quarter to date, and perfect. It's working fine. It's working fine. Okay, guys, we do have end of month, end of quarter, end of year. They are the functions that will just I have it already here. I'll not create with you. End of the month is the end of month and returning the last day of the month. End of quarter, the last day of the quarter. End of year, last day of the year. Okay, I'll not create with you guys, but I will provide you with all of them. First date is the opposite, is the first date of the context. Okay, is not of the month, is the context. So it will return the first date of the in this case, in this factor that says due date. So the first date that we have in the context, the last date, the next day, the next month, you know, okay, last date. They all have different results, but the name is already telling you guys what they are doing. First day, last day, next day, previous day, you know, they are all the same. We have another functions that are start of the quarter, the period, like start of the month. It means the first day of the month, start of the quarter, first day of the quarter, start of the year, first day of the year. Okay, we don't have to go through. First date, next month, next quarter, they are the same. You know, you just have to use them in the right way. The next day, for example, we just have to change context and use next day. We use our calculate, okay, with our measure. Here I'm using the table, okay, and using the function next day and the parameter dates, okay. It means that Power BI will change the context and will look for the next day and do some for us the next day. What else? Oh, we have parallel period. Parallel period is here. This is interesting because returns a table that contains a column of dates. Okay, we already know about it. And that represents a period parallel to the dates in the specified dates column. In the current context, with the dates shifted a number of intervals, either forward in time or back. Okay, perfect. What it means. In this case, parallel period, I'm using a calculate function and to calculate the sum of sales amounts in a parallel period, in a period parallel to the same one that I'm in the context, but shifting, in this case, shifting back 1 month. Okay, we can shift back or forward. Now it's back because I'm using the minus. If I use this, I'm going forward 1 month, and I can choose here not only month, but I can use month, quarter, or year. Okay, so we can shift parallel period based on month, quarter, or year, shift back or shift forward. Okay, guys. What we have here? Another one, same period last year. This is, oh, let me go back here. Same period last year is similar to parallel period. Okay, they have small differences, but we are going to in the parallel period, I can say the number of periods that I'm going to shift. Okay, back or forward. And in same period last year, it means we are just go back 1 year. So last year, okay, we are go back in the same period, same context, but 1 year before. Okay, what do we have here? Dates add dates between dates in period. We are just using range of dates between dates. Let me see. I have here date adds. We are adding, in this case here, we are adding 1 quarter to the date in the context. Dates between, this is interesting. This is very interesting. We are using, we are changing context with calculate, okay? And we are using a distinct count, so we are counting the number of sales orders, the sales order numbers. We are doing a count of the different ones, okay, a distinct count. And then we are applying it in, we are counting the number of sales orders that we have in the dates between the last week and the current week. Okay, guys, let's go through this. We are using a distinct count of sales order number. So the number of orders that we had, okay, just counting all of them, in using dates between the last date of the current context, 7 days shifting back, okay, and then the last date that is today. So we are always going the last 7 days. Okay, this is the logic to use dates between orders from last week. Okay, we have dates in period. Oh, this thing count sales is just a measure. Perfect. And yeah, that's like I showed you guys all of the 33 different measures, time intelligence measures. You will have access, will receive this Power BI, this PBI file with the measures that we created today, and with all of the measures, all of the 33 measures that I already created in my Power BI using AdventureWorks database. Okay, guys, let me stop sharing my screen. Where is it? Perfect. So yeah, this is what we have for today, guys. Do you have questions? Let me know in the chat if you have questions at first. If you have questions, okay. If you wanna, if you have another subject that you wanna suggest for the next session, and from 1 to 5, if you enjoyed this session here, let me know in the chat while I have some water.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Srinivas.
Yeah, hi. Actually, there was a great session on the time intelligence functions. I really appreciate that. I have a quick question. I mean, you have built the date table, right? So I have a situation if I want to build a date table based on the 2 dates, like if you take an order date or billing date. So I have to generate a date table or calendar based on these 2 dates. How can it be achieved? I mean,
Actually, yeah, I got you. What I think in this case you should do is to have only one dim date, okay, one dimension date. And what you have to do is like this. Let me share my screen again. Screen 2. Okay, what we have here is you can see that I have only one date table, and I have different dates in my fact table. So I have here different relationships. So sometimes I'm using like the default one is related to due date key. Okay, we have due date key, but we already have we have another one, order date key, and we have ship date key. So in this case, what we have to do, use the function use relationship to activate the inactive relationships. So what I think here you can have one sales month to date, for example, using in this case, you are going to use, we are going to use the full relationship, but on the other ones, when you use the relationship between dim date and fact internet sales, you are going to use the function use relationship. And when you use relationship, you are going to activate another relationship instead of the default one. You got it?
okay. Yep.
So it happens a lot. Like our clients, they ask, hey, I want to see this report by due date. Okay, and remember in the last sessions, I showed you guys the marketing sales, the marketing and sales case, where we have like when someone buys a product, it means there's the purchase dates, but the money will be available only 30 days after because of the refund time frame. So sometimes they ask me, hey, we want to see how much we had in sales this day, but we have to see how much, based on our cash flow, how much will be available today based on the credit date. That it means around 30 days back. So we have the same DIM dates for two different analyses based on two different dates. This is very common.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other way apart from using this use relationship function? Is there any other way?
The use relationship is so
Because
easy.
yeah, sorry. I mean, I think that, I mean, using the multiple, more than like one active relationship, right? In case if you go and use, what do you say, use relationship functions, can I think that this will degrade the performance of this PBI?
Oh no, this is interesting. You can use relationship function without worrying about performance, because the same thing that you never have more than one active relationship. Okay, so if you are thinking about performance, imagine like this: if you have two different tables, this is really hard to manage all of them, and you are going to have two active relationship all the time. So when you use only one DIM table, one active relationship, and you are using use relationship, you are activating the second relationship only in real time and only on demand. So I think at first, based on performance, I think using two different tables will duplicate the number of relationships, and this will decrease your performance. But man, this is like a big headache when you have two different date tables. Man, you don't want to have it. Like, it is a real nightmare to manage your model.
Yeah, got it. Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome. Yeah. Let's see if we have more questions. Okay, guys, I know it's late for you. I'm just starting my Saturday here, so yeah, it's nice. And yeah, this is all what I have had for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And yeah, I'll send you, if you guys send me a message on Instagram, I'll send you the link to download to evaluate the class and to download the files I showed you, and obviously to see the recordings. Okay, guys, if you don't have more questions. Oh
yes.
Thank
This is
you, Alex.
Ramya. Yeah, thank you, Alex. But if we have any other questions, like where do we get in touch with you? Is it on the WhatsApp group or on the Instagram?
You can send me on Instagram, yeah, because in the WhatsApp group we already have more than 100 people, and yeah, if someone, like, imagine all of you guys, if each one of you sending a message will be a mess. So yeah, send me on Instagram and maybe I can reply. Oh, this is a good idea. Maybe I can reply to the group, or maybe create a generic answer and share with all of you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That helps.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is. Let me see. No, we don't have more questions. Okay. Thank you very much for attending this session, and I'll be happy to be here back on next Saturday with another subject that maybe you guys can help me to define our next content. Okay, thank you very much. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye.